Benny the bunny hopped merrily through the meadow. The sun was shining and the wildflowers swayed in the gentle breeze. His best friend Harriet the Hedgehog waddled along beside him. They were the best of friends, always ready for an adventure.
Let's play hide and seek,
chirped Benny, his nose twitching excitedly.
1, 2, 3.
Harriet chuckled, her prickles rustling as she rolled into a ball. She counted before disappearing behind a patch of daisies. Benny hopped this way and that, his ears perked up, listening for any sign of his friend. He sniffed the air, catching a whiff of something delicious. It smelled like carrots. Unable to resist, Benny hopped towards the scent, forgetting all about their game. He followed his nose, leading him to a wooden fence. Peeking through a hole, he saw the biggest, juiciest carrots he had ever seen. On the other side of the fence was Farmer John's garden. It was bursting with colorful vegetables and fruits. Benny's mouth watered at the sight. He simply had to have a taste.
Harriet, you have to see this.
Harriet, curious about what had captivated her friend, scurried towards Benny. She gasped when she saw the garden.
Wow, Benny! Look at all those yummy vegetables!
Without a second thought, Benny squeezed under the fence, followed closely by Harriet. They feasted on juicy carrots, sweet strawberries, and crunchy lettuce. They were so busy enjoying the feast that they didn't notice a figure approaching.
Well, what do we have here?
Boomed a gruff voice. It was Farmer John's wife. Benny and Harriet froze in fear. Farmer John's wife was a kind woman, but she didn't like it when animals ate from her garden. Before they could even think of escaping, she scooped up Benny in her apron.
John, look what I found nibbling on our carrots.
She called, her voice echoing across the garden. Farmer John, a tall man with a bushy moustache, rushed over. He frowned when he saw Benny.
A bunny, eh? We'll have him for dinner then,
he declared, grabbing a nearby sack. Harriet watched in horror as Benny was shoved into the dark sack.
No, please don't take Benny!
She cried, but her pleas were ignored. Farmer John slung the sack over his shoulder and marched towards the farmhouse. Harriet knew she had to act fast. She had to save her friend. Harriet raced out of the garden and into the forest. She needed to find someone bigger, stronger, and smarter to help her. She thought of her wise friend, Olly the Owl. He would know what to do. She found Olly perched high up in an old oak tree, his eyes closed as he basked in the afternoon sun.
Olly, wake up! We need your help!
She cried, her voice filled with urgency. Olly opened one eye, then the other, peering down at Harriet.
What's the matter, little one? You seem troubled.
Harriet, out of breath, explained about Benny's capture and Farmer John's plan to cook him for dinner.
We have to rescue him, Olly. Can you help?
Olly listened intently, his head cocked to one side. When Harriet finished, he ruffled his feathers and declared,
Don't you worry, Harriet. We'll get your friend back. But we need to act fast and we need a plan.